Wow, what a bad day for Robinhood. So the company right now is estimated to be worth about $8 billion based on its private valuation, and it's been a real pioneer. I mean, back when it was founded a few years ago, it really initiated the move towards commission-free trading. I mean, I still remember a day when TD Ameritrade and all these brokers would compete over, who would be offering the $10 a trade commission, $15 trade commission, $5 trade commission. And back then, I mean, anything below $10 was seen as a deal. And Robinhood really changed all of that. When they were released back in the mid 2010s, I believe, they no one had ever really seen commission-free trading before, and that's why so many people jumped on. I mean, they didn't have all the functionality or research abilities of big broker-dealer trading platforms. However, they really just made it easy to jump into the markets, no matter how much money one had, how much time one had. One could just do it from the ease of one's smartphone instead of sitting at a computer having to have thousands of dollars to make the commission worth it, having to have wide knowledge of stocks and funds and markets and financial instruments to be able to navigate through all of that. However, Robinhood just made it easy and they added some fun to it. And I think over the years we've seen Robinhood really grow. They've become a prominent leader, certainly as a company themselves in the commission-free trading world, as well as the general broker-dealer world. We see how recently now pretty much everyone offers commission-free trading, not even only apps or other like flashy new um, fintech platforms, but even the old broker-dealer giants, Charles Schwab, TD Ameritrade, uh, E-Trade, all these places. Now they've all gotten rid of commissions for trading. However, we see that it's not clear yet what exactly happened with Robinhood that caused them to have their app be frozen basically the entire trading day and after markets on this past Monday, where the market soared up the biggest increase in Dow history. You think a lot of people out there would want to sell their stocks. And now, especially given that Tuesday, the market dropped 700, 800, etc. points, people were essentially stuck with their money on Monday. And that's not even to speak of the option traders who had options that were varied even more wildly in price. Now, I think Robinhood's future is definitely very murky now. So there's two aspects to this. There's the legal and regulatory DOJ courts aspect, and there's the reputational market aspect. Now, first, about the legal aspect. This is much more uncertain because we don't know exactly what happened. Was it a hack? Was it a system failure? Was it whatever it was? And definitely the courts, regulators, SEC, FINRA, FTC, maybe DOJ, definitely will be looking into that, I'm sure. And I'm sure that whatever happens in the courts, of course, will with the courts, this could always be a very long, drawn out battle. I'm sure Robinhood has mandatory arbitration clauses in many of its aspects of its trading platform. However, courts, well, I mean, we'll see how that goes. If a judge decides to certify it or allow it to proceed, depending on the nature of the circumstance. I think that, as with any regulatory battle, this will take a long time. Certainly, these investigations take a while, the enforcement takes a while. I mean, we saw how with the Wells Fargo fake account scandal from um, 2014, 2015, 2016, it's only been relatively recently in the past 1 to 2 years that actual fines have been laid down on Wells Fargo. And same even with mortgage-backed securities. I mean, think of that. It took 10 years for a lot of it to be untangled because it was such a systematic issue. Now, in this case, of course, Robinhood is just one company. It is a big company with a lot of customers, and we've seen in prior cases when funds have shenanigans happen that the speed really will, I mean, it could be quick in terms of being uh, 2 years or something, but very well could drag on to for a while. Now, in terms of the reputational and market aspects, this is very risky for Robinhood because Robinhood was at the cusp of an IPO potentially. It was also the big front market leader in the commission-free trading world. It had spent years building its brand name, building its customer base, its trust in its system, and now it very has defiled that trust in perhaps the most worst moment at a time when everyone wanted to sell their stocks, and the day after, when they were back up, everything collapsing in the stock market, and at a time when pretty much their distinct advantages have faded. Now everybody offers commission-free stock trading. Everyone has apps, and yeah, if I was on Robinhood's management team, it definitely, I'm sure they're really burning the midnight oil right now to try to figure out how to please their investors and drive their company going forward. And so, as a former Robinhood user who was considering returning to the platform before the recent events, and to my fellow Robinhood uh, customers, I wish you happy trading out there. It certainly shows in our modern age with the ease of trading, the ease of access to the market, and the continuing competition to make it even quicker, faster, and more seamless. Um, there will be issues as well. Good luck out there.